So you wake up at the crack of dawn. You try to answer emails before your kids wake up. You feed them breakfast, take one to school, one to the sitter for your next photo session. Then the mommy guilt comes in because you're spending way too much time away from your kids. Your house is a mess, the laundry's piled up, you're completely behind on editing. Then your man comes home. You're lucky if you've even had a shower, dinner isn't ready, and your kids are pulling at your arm because they hate when you're on the computer. But finally, kids are in bed, you're exhausted, but you still stay up till 3 a.m. to finish your last wedding edits. Sound familiar? Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Framed. So how do moms do it? How do busy fathers do it? How do parents juggle a business with everything else parents have on their plates? We've received your emails, we've heard your struggles, and we're here to tell you that you're not alone. To help answer your emails, we're seeking out the advice from two young mothers who are not just photographers, they're successful mom photographers. Let's check it out. We are here with the Becky Earl and the Diana Palmer. Can you guys kind of give us a little something about each of you? Becky, what is your style? How did you get into photography, and what are you doing now?
I'm a mom to 3 kids, one on the way, and yeah, I've been shooting about 3.5 years. I'm kind of just into the raw, stripped down portrait. I don't really shoot kids or families. I like shooting teenagers and adults. I'm not good like, and I can't like multitask and like, look over here, and then be creative. I can't do it.
I think that both Becky and I, it's been great the last year or so that we've been able to join up and be friends, because I think that we've both been on our own kind of journey and, you know, not to get cheesy, but a little bit of a metamorphosis in figuring out what we want to shoot and then staying true to that. I think that that's really important. I love to work with kids because kids are raw no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna give you what they are, and that, you know, that's my favorite thing to capture, and their energy. And so what I've started recently are just simple sessions in the studio. I've got a big white space, I've got a white bed, and I want to bring in kids, and I want them to jump on the bed, and I want them to, you know, run around and be crazy. And I'm probably gonna see mom like stressed out in the waiting room and she's like peeking through the window, but that's, you know, for me that's part of the process. It's not, I don't want perfection. That's not what I'm after.
Megan from Mesa, Arizona says, I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 children, and I'm trying to juggle a photography business along with my children, running a home, and hours of sessions, babysitters, and late-night editing. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice as to how to balance my workflow as well as my sanity?
Another question of the century.
Becky, let's start with you. What do you think?
You know, we've all been there. I don't care who you are, especially women in the photography business. You know, you start out, you're super excited, you have this camera, and you love shooting, and you think, okay, I'm gonna be able to make some money at this. You know, I'm gonna go out and shoot all my neighbors and all my family members. And then you get a couple months into it and you start to get burnt out. I think that's when you start to realize what you need to do to change. That's, I think, when I started shooting what I really like to shoot, because it wasn't worth my time away from my kids. But I think it's important to hone your craft before you get into business.
The first thing that I had to do was say, okay, what are my priorities? You know, like I have to stop just letting all this happen to me, and I have to say what's most important to me. And for me, the answer is my husband and my kids. I'm interested in producing quality work and getting compensated well. So our weddings are, you know, we're priced a little bit more expensively so that I don't have to do as many weddings and I don't have to be gone as much. Ideally, I'd want to do 2 weddings a month. And then I mentioned before that we're starting simple sessions in the studio. So it's 1 day of shooting a week, and it's mini sessions back to back for that 1 day. And for me, I'm going to outsource that editing so that I'm not spending every night up late, and I'm only away from my kids that 1 day, and then those 2 other times a month when I'm doing weddings. And for us, that's enough financially, the way that we've priced it, to support us. I try to take my photos in the kind of conditions where I barely touch them anyway. Like, I'm not correcting exposure. I do have to do corrections to white balance because I don't do a custom white balance.
Sure.
But I'm not doing a lot of work. I'm not doing a lot of skin smoothing. I'm not doing eye popping. I'm just basically doing like a curve. You know what I mean? I'm really not touching my photos that much. So it is about, for me, getting it right, getting exposure right, and learning how to read light and use it to my advantage.
People are beautiful the way they are, with their freckles and their dimples, and it brings their character to life, you know, and the longer I've been shooting is the less I want to touch any of it. And that's why I love film, is because it's so raw, it is so the person. I just have one film camera. I have my Contax 645.
What did you have digitally?
I had the Canon 5D.
And you completely sold everything.
I sold it all. Yeah. I am in love. I love it so much. Film just has a look to it that it just can't replicate with digital. And that really has helped me keep my photography in my life and my family, because I go to a shoot, I shoot for an hour, I use about 3 rolls of film, and I come home and I'm not spending hours on the computer after I spent an hour or 2 at a shoot wanting to edit and look through pictures. I just send it off the next day and it comes back and I do my touch-ups and it's done. And so film has really helped me balance.
Yan, tell us what is in your bag.
This might surprise you a little bit. I actually shoot film too.
I know that.
So I have a 5D Mark II, and I did have a 5D as my backup, and I shoot with a 24-70 and an 85 1.8, and that's it. I think my love would be a 50 1.2 if I had it, because with the Contax 645, I also have a Contax 645, and it's an 80mm 2.0 lens. When you look through that lens,
It's just juicy.
it's so different. It's so different from shooting digital. It's the depth is there. There's just a creaminess. It's just shooting with it. You feel like an artist. You do. No, it's so beautiful. I wish everyone could, pick up that camera and just look through it and you'll fall in love. Hi, I'm Yan. I'm so glad you guys are here. I want to show you my studio. Come on in. Right here is where clients come in, have a seat. This is where the magic happens. No, this is really simple. This is just one white room. It's just really a white box. Really, we have these nice big windows, which are great for light. I love the bed. I love to have kids in here jumping on the bed. The walls back here are painted white too, so we get some reflective light on them when they're backlit.
Okay, so we're very privileged to be able to have Becky show us a little something of what she does.
A little.
And we're here with Brooke. Brooke is going to be her model.
It's going to be really casual. I'm going to direct her in everything. I think that's the trick with shooting with teenagers and adults. A lot of people don't feel comfortable doing it, but I think direction is number one. So I'm going to just have you sit, maybe grab a pillow, and just really casual, like you're just hanging out, chatting with a friend. And I gotta get my meter reading really quick. My film speed I'm using right now is 400. So I dial that in, my meter, and then I pick the aperture that I want to use, which I pick 2.8. And then I take my meter reading for my shutter speed. 2 is a little hard because it's so narrow. You have maybe an inch of forgiveness. So I shoot between 2 and 2.8, probably always. Now, with your lips. Perfect. Just kind of like you're just hanging out, like alone in your room, thinking about Stan. I might get really mad. Okay, close your eyes. And on 3, open up. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Smile, frown, smile, frown. Okay, you're supposed to laugh. I laugh really easily. Love that.
Are you happy with your shoot?
I am, yeah. Usually it would probably be longer and we'd probably be all over the room. But yeah, I think Brooke did great and we had fun.
Who are we going to shoot today?
This is Sadie. This is Becky's little girl. Sadie, where you at? She is so cute and so pretty, and you know what, I have to say, she's really used to being in front of the camera.
What are you trying to get out of Sadie today?
I just want some really natural shots. I want this to feel as if she could be at home in her bedroom just hanging out. I want to get a soft side of her with her big, pretty eyes, but I also want to bring out the fun, which I'm probably going to put at the end, when she can get her energy out and jump around a little bit.
Awesome, we're excited. Cool.
Here we go. Okay, can you do that? Okay, come here. And kind of look this way, okay? Ah, so pretty, Sadie. Wow. And just keep looking that way, okay? And this is almost too easy. Sadie is so beautiful. Oh, wow. A lot of times I'm gonna blow out this window, and some of the whites on the bed, they might be a little bit pushed towards the blown side, but that's because my primary concern is proper exposure on her face. I'd rather overexpose than underexpose.
Definitely. Do you like to shoot wide open?
I do, but in here, because it's a little bit tighter of a space, I'm using my 24-70, which only opens up to 2.8, and I find that on this lens, 2.8 all the way open, it's not as sharp as it could be, so I'm at 3.2. Which practically speaking is as wide as I can be. My ISO, I keep it up a little higher usually, just because with kids I want faster shutter speed so I can ensure crisp pictures. But right now I'm at 400. We're getting nice light in here, right here, so I don't have to boost it quite yet. Minnie Mouse. Hi! This is Uncle Marty, everybody. We call him Uncle Marty. It's a long story. This is my husband. I hope no one thinks that that's weird. But this is Martin, and he is a kid genius, and kids love him way better than they love me. So I love having him here. This is so silly. Yeah. Oh! Oh my gosh!
You're good at this.
Chocolate! Whoa! Good job. Are you tired yet? Not yet!
Do you always have fun with Yan when you take pictures? Is she fun? What about Uncle Marty? Uncle Marty's silly! You did such a good job. Perfect.
Be yourself and shoot with your heart.
That's not perfect.
No, that will make life so much easier for you, is if you can just shoot what you love.
Figure out what's important to you and figure out how to incorporate photography into your life and make it a balance. I think that you can't be successful in something outside of your home if you're not having success in your home with the people you love. So I think that's the most important thing.
Oh, I love you, girl. Thank you, Becky. You're welcome. You're awesome. Thank you, Yan.
Thanks.
Woo!
I just want to plug my new puppets. These are hand sewn. I sewed this elephant, and we're selling them. It's the Yan puppet line. So don't just use any ordinary puppet. It's not going to work the same.
Becky and Yan, you're amazing mothers and artists. Becky went from digital to film to cut down on post-processing time. Yan got to a level in her business where she can pay for outsourced editing. And Uncle Marty, you are just icing on the cake. Next week, let's learn from a college photography professor. But this is beyond the mundane classroom routine. This professor is taking us to a more risque shoot. Vintage pinup girls, digital and film. Don't miss it. And it's time to announce the winner of last week's giveaway. It was $50 to the preferred vendor of your choice. And the winner is Mr. Neil Carpenter. He said, the Ryan Muirhead episode was amazing. I hope I can win a $50 gift card to B&H so I can go buy more film. Go get that film, Mr. Carpenter. Congratulations.